if you can hear me. So guys, like yesterday, we have just started with some basic introduction regarding how to install Power BI is one thing we have discussed in the yesterday's session. And after that, what are the things that we have to do? Like, as I said that, first of all, whenever you want to create a report, first of all, we have to get the data. From where to get the data is nothing but what we call it as a data source. And Power BI supports almost all, somewhere around 200 plus different type of data sources the Power BI supports, like different types of file system, databases, cloud. There are so many other different type of sources, almost all, somewhere around 200 plus different type of data sources Power BI supports. But we cannot learn all the 200 plus different type of sources. So mainly we are going to work with files, as I said, that CSV files, Excel sheet, etc. And what is the reason for that also? What is a convenient with these files is easily I can share the files. For example, I can share the files very easily through the chat. I can, or through the WhatsApp I can send it, or through the drive. Easily I can share the files, and you can also manage these files very easily. If you go to some database systems, in database systems, the problem is additional softwares are required. And apart from that, you also require some kind of an expertise in that. So that's why what generally we are going to do, guys, basically we'll go for some kind of an files with a generalized options. We'll go for the files concept, guys. So that is going to be the way which we have been got working with that. That is one what we can see with that. And apart from the database systems also, I have said that, and which is going to be database systems. And thirdly, we are going to work with the some kind of an cloud storages also. We will cover up them, guys. So mainly initially we'll work with the files because easy and a convenient way to understand the concept. Okay. So that's it. So yesterday we already installed Power BI. So I have shown you how to download and install the Power BI desktop. So this is your Power BI desktop, guys. If anyone missed the yesterday's classes, don't worry, because we can just start working with the application. So it's very easy. Just install the Power BI software. If you want, I can give you the link. You can just download the software and we can work with them. And even I have just explained the environment just a little bit. This is how the Power BI environment is going to looks like, guys. So very easy. We can work with them very easily. We can work with them. You can see there on the left hand side, we have a multiple views are there. On the right hand side, we are having a different types of what we can say panes. These are what we call it as panes. We'll discuss about all these things later, guys. Right now, we are not going to start with any implementation here now. Why? Because in the first implementation only, we don't work with, we are not going to work directly with the data visualizations. Prior to that, we have some techniques are there, guys. First, we have to work with those particular techniques, and then we have to work with the visualization concept. So yeah, so coming to the implementation, guys. First, we'll see how to import the first we'll see how to import the data sets first of all. I'm going to use a different data sets here, guys. CSV file, Excel sheets, we are going to work with them. I'll share the data sets with you. I think already some of you have got already the access, who has already registered for the course. They'll get the access to the drive. In the drive, we already uploaded the data sets also, guys. We can get the access to the data sets. I'll also share some data sets today for your practice purpose if you have not yet got the access to the drive, guys. So see, it's a very simple operation. Yesterday we already discussed. So getting the data. So we have a different types of options are there. Excel workbooks. Okay, we are having a SQL server. We have an analysis services. We don't require it, guys. Analysis services, we don't use it. And apart from the text or a CSV files. So these are going to be some of the options what we can go ahead, guys. We can work with them. So for the timing, I'm going for text or a CSV file. So this is an option, guys. So here we have a lot of data sets are available with us. So I'll use a different data sets here. I'll share the data sets also. Almost all the data sets are going to be some kind of an real data sets only. Because I work on data science related training programs. I have a lot of resources with the data sets, guys. I'll use as different data sets. I'll use as. So yeah, here I'm using one data set, guys. The name of the data set is, this is the data set name, guys. It is nothing but user cars.csv. So I'm starting with a very small data sets, guys. Just to make you understand the concept. It's a very small data sets only, guys. It's not going to be any a complex data sets. I'm not working with that as of now, initially, right? So simple, select the file, click on open. The data set is going to be imported like this, guys. So this is the data set. Just click on load over. Just click on load. The data is going to be gets loaded, guys. See, that's it. Nothing to do. Just if you select the file, the data will be loaded, guys. Once the data was loaded, if you can see the data, once the data was loaded, guys, you can see that what is the data set here is, you can see this data set, what we can work with them, guys. This is nothing but the where we can see the data sets here now. See, we are having a data here now. What we can see the data is going to be, that is the one what we can see with the data set here now. See there, it's the data sets. Like that, whenever we import the data sets, guys, whenever we import the data sets, what we can do is, so this is going to be one of the data sets what we can use is, we can see this is the data set what we can work with that. Like that, as many data sets, whatever the data sets are there, we can import the data set. Every data set we import, that data set is going to be, it is going to be appears here now. This is the data set, guys. So see there, what are the columns of the table, what columns we are having, all this data set we can see. So I'll tell you later why the sigma symbol is coming before some columns, why some columns are not coming. I'll explain those particular concepts later. I'll explain those particular concepts. Like that, as many data set, guys, as many data sets you can use. See, CSV files are very easy to handle. Anybody can import the data sets very easily. So this is the data set. Like for example, I'm selecting a bank churn.csv file, click on open. So this is the data set which is related to, what we can see is some kind of a data set. What we can see is a bank data set, what we can see with the data sets, some bank data set. See there, customer ID, what is going to be surname, credit score, geography, gender, age, tenure, balance, number of products he is using, estimated salary was there, is an active member or not, having the credit card or not. So like this, guys, we can just work with. So the way which we can work with, this is going to be the one what we can work on that. So click on the load, data is going to be loaded. So loading the data is a very simple. So we need not to have any much the concept about that. Easily we can import the data sets, guys. See there. This is the data set. So first we'll import only CSV files and Excel sheets. Later we'll work on that. As many data sets we import. 3 or 4 data sets I'll import in, guys. Like for example, medals by country. I'll share the data sets, guys. Whatever the data sets I have used, I'm going to, what are the data sets I have used, I'll share those particular data sets, guys. So simply I click on load. So this is going to be data set was loaded. You can see these data sets here, guys. Data structures we can see here. On the left hand side, there is a table view was there. You can see that in the table view, you can see all the data of the tables, what we can see. So this is the data set, guys. See, this is a simple, a small data set was there. Having somewhere around 150 records are there. So totally we have 150 rows are there. Medals by country in 2016. It's very, very small data set you can see. A very small data set we can see. So this is the data set what we can see with that. And this bank churn data set is a little bit large data set. It's in having somewhere around 1,65,034 records we have it, guys. It is having 1,65,034 records. We have the data here, guys. That is what we can see with the applications. Like this, we can work with the data sets. Importing is very easy. Just importing the data and working with the data sets is a very simple and a easy concept, guys. That's it. That is what we can work with them. Even we can also work with what we can say that Excel workbook, guys. So what is an Excel workbook? Excel workbook is an collection of sheets, guys, basically. Excel workbook is an collection of sheets. So for example, I'll show you one sheet like this. Let me show you one example. Excel workbooks. If you can see, I have a collection of data sets with me. A lot of data sets. All these are going to be some different data sets only, guys. See there is a data set called as an AdventureWorks 2017.xlsx file. See there, here we are having a multiple sheets are there. Each sheet represents some data. Like for example, product data is there, product subcategory, product category, fact internet sales, something like dim date, etc. We can see the data here now. So advantage of Excel sheets are going to be nothing but we can import all the data from the table, all the sheets at a time. Generally, CSV file means only one file at a time, but Excel means it is going to be multiple sheets. So file is a single file, but sheets are going to be multiple sheets, guys. So we can import the data from all the sheets at a time. We can import it. See there, I'm going to import the data here now. Get, which is going to be Excel workbook. Either you can go here or you can go to the more option. Go to the more option. There we are having the Excel workbook is there. Okay, so like this, which is going to be nothing but we can simply click on the what we can say that I can click on the connect option as usually. So it will ask you what is the file we can see. So it is showing only list of Excel sheets only. So select the Excel sheets, whatever you want, and click on open, guys. So click on open. So it will show you all the list of the files it is going to show you, guys. See there. So whatever the sheets that are available, you can select the required sheets, whatever you require. So I'm selecting a few sheets. Team product, see on the right hand side is previewing the data. Team product category, team product subcategory, and this is fact internet sales. Click on load the data. So that is a way how we can import the data. So importing is very easy, guys. So do you want to work with, okay, there is some problem with the fact internet sales table. There is maybe some error is there. No worries, it will load the data. Maybe some error is there. We'll see that later. Right now it is not required. So simple, you can see there. So already I have imported 3 files earlier. Now I imported 4 sheets. Totally we can see 7 queries or 7 tables what we can see here now. So that is the way how we can work with this kind of a data sets, what we can work with them, I guess. So this is the one what we can see with the data. See there? This is the one, and that is going to be how we can see the way how we can work with this particular data set. Like this, any way you can import the data set, guys. There is nothing limit is there. Anywhere you can work and anywhere you can work with this particular data sets, guys. So that is the basic idea of how we have to work with the way how we have to work with this. So that is going to be the way how we can import the data, guys. That's it, guys. Okay. So any table, whatever from wherever you import it, it will become a table here now. It is going to be a table is going to be will be created here now. Okay. So data was ready. But immediately we are not going to start with the reporting, guys. Why? Because mainly, first of all, what we have to do, guys, after importing the data, immediately we don't create the reports. So what we are going to do first of all is, guys, first of all, we have to clean up the data, or what we call it as transform the data. Because the data, whatever we imported, see, some data may be perfectly, it is going to be working perfectly, it is going to work. It's going to be clean and ready to use, but some data sets may not be like this, guys. That's why what we have to do is, first of all we have to clean up the data. That is what we call it as transform the data. What we are going to call it as, guys, we call it as a transforming the data. After transforming, again we'll come back. After transforming, again we'll come back here, guys, and then we are going to work with these data sets, guys. That is what basically we do this kind of an examples, what we have to work with them. So where to do this? That means where we can do these particular transformations. That is what we have to work on that. From where we have to do the transformations. So further, our Power BI has given one other environment called as what we are going to call it as a Power Query Editor, guys. So it is what we are going to call it as a Power Query Editor, guys. A Power Query Editor is what we are going to use it. So if you guys having an idea about Excel sheet, guys, in Excel sheet also we are having, guys. In Excel also we are having this Power Query Editor, guys. If you are having some little bit idea about Excel, So we can use this kind of a techniques, what we can use it, guys. So open an Excel sheet, for example. Open Excel. Open Excel, guys. Let me open Excel. Okay. So here we can see something like what we can see is, guys, just a minute once. Okay. So here also we are going to be having, guys, what we can see is we are going to be having something called as, can you see there, guys? Go to the data menu. That's whatever the data menu was there. Can you see there where we are having something called as a get data? And here also we can see something called as an launch Power Query Editor, guys. So Microsoft has brought all these utilities into different application, guys. Same window will come, guys. If you open in Power Query Editor in Power BI, same window as it is, it will come, guys. But with a small changes will be there. Say, but almost all same, guys. When you go to same options will come, guys. I'll show you. I'll open that and I'll show you, guys. So we can see some kind of same option, table, any column, text column, same as it is, number columns, date and time, add columns also. Everything is going to be the same option, same applications, it will come. That's it, guys. This is going to be how we have to work with these applications. So this is the one, guys. This is the one which we can see, the Power Query Editor. Can you see that? It's a Power Query Editor. It was integrated even with our Power BI software also. So the Power Query Editor is not a only part of your Power BI, guys. So it is going to be Power Query. So it is going to be not Power BI, guys. Power Query Editor. How to open the Power Query Editor, guys? Can you see there? Here we are having an option called as transform data was there. So click on this transform data, guys. And there, if you just click on the transform data, you'll get some options. You can click on transform data or just click on this transform data, guys. So we can see the same, which is going to be the Power Query Editor will open, guys. If you want, we can see the same menu option, guys. In Excel, whatever we see, guys, whatever the Excel we have seen, same as it is, we can see with an application here also. This is the data, guys. This is the data what we are having here now. Because there is no data is there, here there is no data is coming. If we have any data, then automatically this is going to be gets coming here, guys. For example, I'll work with something like team customer table is there. So like this, guys. So we are having some kind of a data. So what we can do is I can say launch, which is going to be a Power Query Editor. I can launch this particular application here now. Okay. So we'll see them. We'll see the applications. Fine. So anyhow, as of now, okay, see, this is going to be what we can call it as a Power Query Editor. So once if you open the Power Query Editor, how we can work with those options, same as it is. Here also, we can see the same example. This is what we call it as Power Query Editor. So what is this Power Query Editor, guys? It is a tool which is basically used to transform the data. You can connect, you can prepare, and we can transform your data. So connect, prepare, and transform the data, guys. See that? Whenever I put a pointer on the transform data, you can see use the Power Query Editor to connect, prepare, and transform data, guys. See this. I'll just click on this. So anyhow, I'll make you understand all these things, applications slowly, one by one. First, we have to work with here, guys. So what do you mean to say transformation? Transformation can be any kind of a changes to your table or a data. It can, sometimes you can remove the columns. Sometimes we can add the columns. Sometimes we can transform the data, guys. But the main important step is concept here is any changes you have done to this table. For example, let us say that, observe carefully, guys. I'm selecting these two columns here now and right click on this. And I said, which is going to be, I'm saying that remove the columns, or from the toolbar also, we are having here, guys. See there, we are having something called as an remove columns. So once if I said remove columns, immediately if you can observe carefully on the right hand side, there is something called as an query settings. There is something called as an query settings are there. I'll explain again, once again in the main classes. It is only just what is the purpose I'm explaining, guys. Here we have something called as an applied steps is available, guys. So each and every step, whatever you perform is going to be maintained here, guys. Can you see there? Remove columns. Prior to that, we have some other options are there. Later we'll discuss about them. So this is going to be removed columns. That means any operation or any changes you have done to the table or to your query will be maintained as a log here now. Every changes, not only just a simple every changes you perform, there is a log is going to be gets maintained here, guys. See there, it is maintaining a log there. Now what happens now, guys? What is the purpose of this? So mainly what is the purpose of this one is nothing but, guys, whenever you perform, that means whenever we use in the future, that means how this table has been modified. So how this table has been got this structure, each and every step you can manage it, guys. Each and every step you can monitor here now. So that is what basically the main purpose of using this this particular query settings, what we can do that. That means, for example, today you done some modifications. Let us say that a person has left the company. Now, how the other person knows that? Maybe next time how the person knows that. So what changes you have done to the table? So all these we can monitor from this particular the applied steps here, guys. So any changes you have been applied there, you can see all the changes are going to be, you can see here. And apart from that, you can also undo the step also. See, you have applied two steps. We applied one step. I can simply delete this step here, guys. See there. Again, whatever the columns we created, all the columns has been came back again as it is. So what are the columns you created? Again, the columns has been back as usually. So this is a way how we can just work with them. So the main purpose is here is, guys, we want to just work with. So whatever the options, whatever the steps we applied, every step is going to be applying there, guys. Every step it will apply there. And after that, what we can do is, guys, whenever you want to work with them, easily we can just work with those kind of an applications. We can work with them. Undo the step and we can do that. For example, I done some modification here now. Let us say some modification. So something I have done some, let us say that something like a split column. Don't worry. I'm going to be just splitting the column. Like for example, here we'll do. I'm splitting the column here, guys. Wherever there is a lower to uppercase to lowercase change taken place, I have done the splitting of columns. See there? Sorry, just give me a minute. Color column, I'll select it and I'll select the option called as splitting the columns from uppercase to lowercase. So wherever there is a change, that means wherever there is a change from lowercase, uppercase to lowercase change taken place, it is split in the column. See there, yellow, Y capital. We'll again discuss it later. For the timing, it's not required. Just for a small timing, I'm explaining you guys. So this is going to be Y and this is going to be what we can see with the data here now. So these are the steps what we have been applied. It may be splitting of columns or it may be replacing of columns. Anything, any changes you do, guys, everything is going to be, we can see all the changes are going to be maintained as a log here now. So once it is maintained as a log, then what we can do, you can just work on those particular applications. Easily we can work with them and easily we can see those particular concepts. Easily we can work with an applications. So we'll come to know like which changes has been got done, what are the changes that has been done. So again, I can undo the step and we can do it, guys. So these are the changes what we can do that. Unless and until you don't make the changes here, we don't create the reports, guys. So the one option we are going to see is query settings. Sometimes you may not see your query settings. Unfortunately, you may close it, guys. You may close your query settings sometimes, unfortunately. Then don't worry, guys. Simple, here we have an option called as a view. In the view, we have the option called as an query settings option is there, guys. So if you want, you can view it, you can close it. View it, close it, guys, does not matter. So view and close. This is going to be how we can just work with this technique, what we have to work with them, guys. That's it, guys. This is the way how we have to work with them. On the left hand side, we are having queries, guys. We can't close it, but we can minimize it if you want. We can't close it, but we can minimize it, guys. See there? So I was able to just, which is going to be nothing but I minimize it the option. Again, if you want, again, we can get it. So there is another process we have to do, guys. What is another process we are going to do is, so today the number of tables are very small in number. Hardly there are 7-8 tables are there. So we need not to worry about that because only just 7, 8 tables are there. But tomorrow, whenever we are having more number of tables are there, when you are having a more number of tables are there, then what happens then? Then what we can do, we cannot manage the tables, guys, like which table it is there. And one more thing also, like whenever we are working with multiple tables, multiple projects also. So let's say we are working with multiple departments also, HR department, sales department, something like claims department. So whenever you're working with multiple departments like this, then what we have to do, guys, we cannot manage the things clearly. I cannot manage the things here now. Then what we are going to do, guys, just like how we create the folders in our system, how do you create the folders, guys? Here also we are going to create the same thing here, guys. Here also we are going to create some kind of an folders are going to be gets created, guys. Just logical folders, there are not, it's going to be physical folders. Just like a logical folders, we are going to create it, guys. See there how to create it. It's very easy and very simple process, guys. The process is going to be nothing but, see that here we are having right click here, anywhere. Either you can right click here also, guys. See there, we are having an option called as move to group. Currently, there are no groups are there. So we can create something called as a new group, or right click here, new group. So let us say that what is going to be group name. So whatever the group name, for example, I said products table. Just an example, I'm working with some data related to products. See there, guys, just drag it and drop it. Just like in folders, how do you drag and drop in? As it is, we can just drag it and drop in, guys. See that this is a way which we can work with an example. This is a way, guys. So this is going to be what we can see that like that, any number. Otherwise, you can also move like this also, guys. Right click here, move to the group. Now we have a group, either to go to the products group or either we have a new group is there. Like this. Again, I can create a one more group, guys. Let us say that this is going to be something like a sales group. So I can put the sales group here now. So it is going to be fact internet sales, go there. Bank churn data set, it's going to go there. Remaining, what are the other queries are there? So total number of tables are 7. And we are having sales table. Sales group is having 2. Product group is having 3. Other queries is having 2. And directly we can import the data here also, guys. Directly is right click here. You can select the right click here now. And we can say new query. Directly we can import. Same option. Nothing difference is there. More. Same like previously, whatever the screen we have got, same screen as it is. Text or a CSV file. Click on connects. Let us say that something related to sales data. For example, I'm having a data, guys, sales.csv. Click on open. The data is going to be imported here now. Click on OK. Does not matter. See, just to make you understand, guys, see the data here, guys, how the junk data has came here now. Additionally, there are 3 columns, empty columns has came. So what I can do is I can remove the columns. Otherwise, what will happen here is the data may not be in a proper format to generate the reports. So I done some changes, whatever the changes I require, I can do the changes here. So like this, any kind of a changes, whatever you want, right click. Again, we can click on new query. Whatever the queries you require, you can just select the option and we can work with an example, guys. Customers.csv file. Click on open. Like this, just a simple example. Customer ID, customer name, and some plan ID was there. Click on OK. The data will come. So something like this, we can just import the data like this, guys. This is the one way. So either import the data, but multiple ways are there. Sometimes what we are going to do, guys, sometimes we are also going to create the tables by ourselves. So we are also going to create the tables by ourselves also, guys. We can enter your own data also, guys. Enter your own data, just like in Excel sheet. How do you enter the data? Here also we can enter the data here, guys. Sometimes just to show you small examples practically, what we will do, guys, we will create some kind of a data sets. We'll enter the data sets. How do you do that, guys? Simple. It is going to be done by easily, guys. Everything you can explore, guys. So everything is going to be, we can explore them. Why? Because easily everything is going to be, even for the first time you are working, you can just explore something. And I told you not, if you do any mistake also, don't worry about that. You can undo the step here now. So wrongly you have deleted the column or wrongly you have transformed the column. No need to worry about that. Simply we can undo the option once again, guys, isn't it? So you can explore them. Don't hesitate to, don't worry about that. If something goes wrong, what will happen to the program? Or if I do something wrong, so what will happen? No need to do anything, guys. Directly, we can just do whatever the options you want. We can work with them, guys. Okay. So we can explore as many applications you can do, as many changes you do. So try, if I click here, what happens? So don't worry, if I click here, if anything happens, nothing happens to the Power BI, nothing happens to your computer, nothing happens to your data also, because everything we can revert it back simply by using undo the option. There is a one more option is there. Can you see here? There is an option called as an enter data, guys. Simply if I click on enter data, just like an Excel sheet kind of a thing, there is a data will open like this. So we can see this is the data, guys. So we can enter the data like this. Like for example, I can say some employees data, employee number, employee name, salary, some department number. Like this, we can enter the data here, guys. So just quickly, just say few records, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not more than that. Some random names only, ABCD, XYZ, PQRS, something EFGH, something, any numbers, some MNOP, something. What is the salary? For example, 2,400, 5,200, 3,500, any data, guys, 2,780 or 50, something like in 5,000. What are the department numbers, guys? 20, it is going to be 10. Again, it is a 20, 30, 10. Just enter the data and whatever the name of the table also. So let us say that the name of the table is going to be employees. Click on OK. So I created one employee's data, what we can say that. So this is the data. Like this, guys, as many tables we can create it, and this is the one what we have to see here. But one small point, guys, unless and until you don't save it here, these will not be reflected here, guys. See there. For example, I created one table called as the customers. It was not available. I have an employees data was there. It was not available here now. Why? Because I done it in Power Query Editor. Clearly, we can see here now. Apply. Close and apply. Close and apply means close the Power Query Editor and apply the changes. Apply. See there. Once if I click on apply, immediately the tables will appear here now. You can see the clear difference. So if you make any changes in the Power Query Editor, unless and until you don't save them here, they are not going to be saved here now. So if you want, you can close it now. But don't forget to save your Power BI desktop, guys. Why? Because if you don't save it again, tomorrow again we have to load the data. So file, and I'm going to save as. Anywhere you can save it, guys. On my desktop, directly I'm saving with the name called as batch, which is going to be 5 p.m. The extension is going to be nothing but what we can see is, guys, .pbix is the extension what we can have it. Click on save. Click on save, guys. This is the one what we can see with the data, guys. So once if you save it, guys, no need to reload it again and again. So see there, it is going to be batch 5 pm.pbx file. Double click on that. You can see the data as it is. So whatever the transformations we have done, whatever the data we have imported, tomorrow if you create any reports and everything is going to be represented there. You need not to worry about that. So this is how we have to work with this Power Query Editor. So first, we are not going to start with any visualizations, guys. We are not going to start with any visualization, guys. First, we are going to start with, which is going to be nothing but the data transformations only. We are going to work with them, guys. After the data transformations are completed, then we'll again come back and then we are going to study with the reporting. After the completion of that only, we are going to work with them, guys. Okay. So that is going to be all about the concept of how we have to work with them. And this is how basically we have to work with the importing of data, guys. So once the data was imported, then we can start working with them. So remaining, we can just take care about. So the remaining, we can start it in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So from tomorrow, I'll start the basic transformations in the tomorrow's class, guys. So who has already completed the basic transformations, please join from the Monday's class. So who has joined newly, so I'll complete some basic transformations tomorrow and we can just continue on the Monday's class. From Monday's class, we can continue, guys. Right? So that's it, guys. That's it going to be for the today's class. Anyone, guys, any questions from your side? Anyone
Sir,
who
can you please share data sets? Sir?
data sets now you want? Okay, I'll share the data sets once. So from the chat window, you can download it. Just give me a second. I'll share the data sets. So one is used cars dot dataset, adventure works, and one more I have used bank churn, and one more I have used is just give me a second. Medals. It is going to be the medals by country. Some other data sets like churn data set, insurance data set, and some sales data sets. Right. Just a few data sets I'm sharing you for the timing. You can just download and you can practice them. Right. Okay. Fine. So I shared the data sets. You can please download the data sets from the chat window. And also, who has already got the access to the drive, who has already registered for the course, already have given the data sets in the drive. You can get the data sets from the drive also, guys. Okay, fine. Anyone, guys? Any more questions?
Yeah, Vamshi, Nagaraj
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You showed the transformation of data, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you take this as a table, right, you
Mm-hmm.
deleted some columns.
Mm-hmm.
So what about rows? If some tables has some invalid rows, so
Mm.
is it have the same for same thing, or do you need to clear the data in another way?
That depends on that. So that means I can't exactly say that this is the way. It depends on the data. So
Yeah.
sometimes what we will do is we don't delete them, but we are
Okay.
going to replace them.
Okay.
What the
For
point?
example, if you have in the rows, if you have what you call empty things, so how to do that?
Then then there is a option is there. Like as I saying that it depends on your how the data was there and all these things.
Okay.
Generally, as you are saying that whenever you are having some empty values, generally what we are going to do is we are having an option called as and something what we can call it as first option is going to be we'll choose this fill up and fill down. That means what it will do is either with the previous value or with the next value it will replace us.
Uh, okay. I think I mispretended that question because when I downloaded one sample
Okay.
Excel in
Mm,
from the Google, and
mm,
when I import, right,
mm,
I got the data. When
mm,
I open in the Power
mm.
window, right,
Okay,
I see
okay.
some blank values in that,
Mm,
and I could not able to
mm.
filter out that there.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
yeah.
For that we have some techniques are there. So it's may not be it's not only at the transformation level. We are
Okay.
having some DAX functionalities are also there. Using the DAX functionalities also, we can handle that. But one thing is here is we are having an option to delete the row which is a blank, but it's
Correct.
not partially blank. It should be total row should be blank. Then I can remove this from this option. I can remove them. There is an option is going to be there. If you can see, the option is going to be nothing but remove rows. It is going to be remove rows, which is going to be blank rows. But total row should be empty. It is not just one value is empty. We
One
cannot
value.
remove that.
Okay. So suppose I have 1,000 rows in a
Mm,
Excel sheet.
mm.
Suppose for my requirement, I need to take only first 100. So do you have
Yeah,
any restriction
yes,
like that? Or?
absolutely. We have keep, which is going to be, I say, so in this case, 10 records are there, no? So keep the rows, keep the top rows. I say I want to keep the top 5 rows. I want to keep it. In your case, it is top 100 rows. It is
Yeah.
going to be. So what it will do is it will keep only the first 5 rows only. It will keep remaining rows. It will remove this.
Okay. So in that also I can able to do whatever the functionalities, right? Something like sorting or
Yes,
anything, right?
everything is
Oh,
available.
okay.
Sorting here, ascending. This is sorting here, ascending, descending. We can
Okay.
group the data. We can change the data types. We can replace the values. We can join the data. We have a lot
Okay.
of transformations are available. All these are going to be different transformations.
Okay. That answers my question. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
right. Yeah, fine. Yep. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah. Can you explain me
Yes.
about difference between data engineering and data analyst and data science?
Data engineering people data so first if we start with the data analyst responsibility is only to analyze the data.
Okay.
Okay, from where the data is coming. Correctly speaking, if you see the life cycle, what the work is going to be done by data engineering people. So what the data engineering people will do, their responsibility is nothing but so collecting the data from various systems and all these things, do some transformations, all these integrate all these systems. And finally, what they will do is they will put the data into one destination location. So that is what exactly the data engineering people is going to do. So once the data engineer work is over, so he is going to be having some, then what he is going to use is he will use various tools like SQL he will uses, and he will uses sometimes big data systems, some kind of an ETL tools he will uses, and some kind of an cloud services also. So there are going to be different types of the data storages and all these things we have to use. So once he has collected the data from various systems and loaded the data, then this data science people will come and the data analyst people will come. So data analyst is responsibility is to just analyze this particular data and give that particular insights. And data science people, what they will do is they will create some kind of an predictive models, they will create it and all these things that will be done with the help of the data, what the data engineering people has been prepared. That is how it is going to work.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Okay. Right. Anyone else, guys? Okay, then. So just for today, I'll stop it here, guys. So tomorrow I'll just complete off all the basic transformations. And from Monday's class, I'll start with the main transformations. Even some people already completed the basic. So that also will complete off tomorrow, guys. If anybody wants to join, you can join. Otherwise, we can join it from the Monday's class, guys. Who has already completed, who has missed the previous classes, or who joined newly, so please continue with the tomorrow's class. I'll complete the basic transformations, and then from Monday, we'll start with the main transformations.
And sir, where can I get these demo sessions?
Demo session mean yesterday's classes,
Yesterday and day before yesterday.
My backend team is going to send a mail to you. A follow-up mail will be sent. You can, in that follow-up mail, you can find that. Let me check it out whether my team has sent the follow-up mail. So in the case if they have follow-up mail, yeah, it already got it. I'll share the link here now. If you want, you can take this link once.
Okay.
Just I'm copying the link here now. So I'm just giving it in the chat window. Just you can go. This is a link. Just if you click on the link, it will directly navigate to YouTube. In the YouTube, they have already uploaded the videos. There you can find it off.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I shared the link. Please copy the link there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So thanks for today, guys. And just for today, I'll stop it here. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Thanks all of you for today, guys.